We are live. Hello then. Welcome back for round number 10 of the OSRL. We are here in Belgium, and I'm joined by Steven, of course.
Hello, 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 hello. Good to be back again.
Back again in
Back in the commentating box after, of course, last week I was in the McLaren, driving around Zandvoort, getting a cheeky P6 along the way. Don't mind that, even though it doesn't count for anything. But that's fine. That's fine.
That's fine. Of course, if there's anyone already in the chat, please let us know if everything's right with the audio and all that
We
stuff.
do have a full lobby right now, as we're seeing right now. We're glad to see right now.
Yeah,
we love it.
And
Come on.
It's a great track. I mean, we've been in Belgium before. Last year Belgium was probably, especially in T2, it was one of the most fun races I think that we've had to commentate.
Agreed.
I mean, a lot of great moments that happened there. Boxy to be one of the moments that we can talk about. Also, Sandro crashing out. I mean, not a great moment for Sandro, but Sandro crashing out on the last lap, throwing away P2.
P1 even, because he was so close.
Because he had the chance and then he just threw it away. We see Luis currently up in P1 with a 140.14, so you can already see the pace there.
He's very decent.
Actually, looking at the pace, we see Joe struggling really today. He's only on 42.2 right now.
Apparently slower than me, so he's in the mud. And but we'll see. Of course, I'm not driving. Flo's not driving. But we hope, of course, that Joe can get a good result since he has that full-time seat for the McLaren team.
And he got the first points for McLaren last week.
Indeed, he's got points for McLaren, so we're buzzing to see that right now. We move.
That's been a problem for McLaren all year, and finally with Joe now racing for them, they've got 12 points in the bag, and that's, I think, making them happy.
And of course, GC returning after a couple of weeks away. Is making a return in the league, so hopefully he can do quite well. I think he's in a reserve seat right now. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's in a reserve, so that point won't actually count. But he is, of course, a quick driver, so expect him around the top 10 for sure. Maybe around Obasi, Modstall, and Ryan, who's another reserve here today, driving for the Williams team, making his first appearance in season 4, right? Yeah, season 4. Yes, it is. So he's right now in P5, which is of course a good result, but of course many guys still need to post a lap.
Of course, Chizzy is one of the guys that still needs to post a lap, and he invalidated this when I was following him along, and he invalidated it in sector 2. Lemon
track
also
limits
is on a lap.
Interesting right here. Of course, you can invalidate after, if you look on the stream, he indeed went wide there, which is a corner you can invalidate. And it's a weird track for track limits here, so drivers have to be careful, and drivers who aren't getting penalties during the race can get some decent points in. So be careful that. There's, of course, a high chance for safety cars on especially lap 1, mid of the race. It's going to be very interesting today.
There are a lot of nice corners to overtake here, but a lot of tough corners as well. Eau Rouge, it was a little bit of a hard corner to take in the previous years, but this year it feels like it's just not anywhere close to being hard.
You need to change the title again, Flo, by someone who's in the chat right now by the name of Stellos. Please change that because it's saying the Dutch Grand Prix right now. Of course, it's not the Dutch Grand Prix. It's of course the Belgian Grand Prix. Cheers for the reply there, my man. Gotta help each other out.
I changed it before, so I don't know why I didn't keep it.
Bit glitch right now.
Let
me quickly refresh.
So
if it's actually fine. It is fine right now. Cheers for the info. Please change that. Of course, Lemon is of course one high runner, and he went out for intermediates like he always does. What a guy, going out on the intermediates.
Yeah, he's trying to save his tires just to get on a lap. The Nacho Man currently on his lap. He had a pretty good few results in the last few weeks. He got some points, going up into P12 now on the mediums.
That's not a good lap though.
On the mediums though, that's not
in mediums though. Mm,
He can definitely gain if he places on soft gear, but it's still not the best lap. But he's still 8 tenths ahead of
yeah.
Cryptox. Cryptox has been struggling all season long. He had a good few races in T2 last season.
Of course,
But
tier
in
2
T1,
is a bit different compared to
been-
tier 1, since base is so much higher.
he's been struggling all season long.
Mobikick in third place, we see right now in for the Alfa Romeo team, so another very decent position to start
Monstall
on
on his
from
outlet right behind Kuhn right now. They're just
sector 1, sector 3
close,
at the flags.
close right now. Yeah, someone's
Probably for people slowing down.
overtaking Kuhn. They're a little bit fighting on this lap, but Luis is starting his lap now. Currently in first place. Can he get pole today? He's been pretty unlucky. He was, I think, second on the start last week. He overtook Kuhn, but he bottled it in the wet conditions in Zandvoort.
So now Joe is on his out lap and Mobikick on his lap. Invalidated actually, probably invalidated in Pujon. Because the con before he didn't invalidate. So unfortunate for him. Probably has 1 to 2 more runs in him.
As Luis is improving right now on his lap already in the first sector by about 60 thousandths of a second. Going down turn 8. And Luis really needs one race to really show his class again, because his pace is there. He has shown that before, but in the race he's been bottling it. He's been bottling.
If we see now on board with Modstall, he's taking the slipstream of Kuhn. A very cheeky slipstream there. Slight advantage there. Not loads, but slightly. Slightly. Because I think Lucas has improved to P5 now.
Yeah,
Decent result.
He was down around P9, around Monstall and Wutur there. He really had a good lap there. As Luis is now coming down towards Blanchimore and then the final corners. Will he improve and make it even harder for Kuhn to get close? Even though Kuhn is really close, as Ryan improves up to third place. 41.7, also a good lap from Ryan. Now Luis coming around the final corners. What will his lap time be? He is on a pretty good lap. Looks like it's gonna be a 31.1. That's a great lap. That's a great lap, but of course Kuhn is on his lap as well right now. He's got Modstall in his back. He's improving by 10th, but I doubt that will be enough unless he made a mistake in the final sector.
Mod's up by 710, so if he keeps that pace up, he could be
Around
for P5.
Joe. Yeah, around
Yep.
P5, around P4, maybe.
Kuhn improving by just a 10th won't be enough for pole right now.
But maybe he made a mistake in the final because now coming around the final corner. What will his lap time be? It looked like a pretty decent lap, and it will be a 41.3. 299
Purple final
actually.
sector, so he knows where to gain his time. The middle
As
and of course
Modstall
the
improves
first
to
sector.
P5, as you said.
Very close to Mobikick here. Ryan in P3 right now with a 41.7, so
Joe also on the lap right now, improved by 4 tenths. That would put him around P4, or even Ryan. He could maybe even get Ryan if he has a good.
Train is also
It is P4 by 60 thousandths of a second.
Train is also on the lap right now. He's
Yeah,
done
he hasn't said one,
113.7 middle sector.
He hasn't said
We
that
don't
yet,
know.
but looking good so far. He's still got a little bit of ERS left.
Very
coming
nice
into
helmet
final
by the
corner.
way, there for Brains. Coming to the final corner now,
It
looks
will be a
neat and tidy.
41.9 actually. That's behind Modstall.
For 14 thousandths behind Modstall, and then another, I think that's, can I get my maths correct, 33 thousandths behind Mobikick. So it's very close between P5 and P7. And then very close between Joe and Ryan.
Of course, it would be good for the Mercedes team to get some good points today, because they're in the hunt for the... Ooh, let me just stop on track. Underboss nearly hit him. But Mercedes is in the hunt for the Constructors' Championship. They're really close to I think it's AlphaTauri right now. Let me quickly have a check. Yeah, it's AlphaTauri. They're only 2 points behind. Also, Haas is not far away. They're only 18 points behind Mercedes. And Red Bull also on 122 points, but Seb's missing the race again today, so they're missing some
Because of
points
a
again.
broken wheel, so that's very unfortunate for him.
As Chizzy is now on his time lap, that will probably be his last chance to get one in. but you can see the big gap between all the drivers if you look at all the times right now. You got people in the 41s, you got people in the 42s, you got people in the 43s, and even in the 44s. So you can just see how big that gap is. But maybe, or I hope to maybe see that that gap close starting for season 5, starting in 7 weeks, 6 weeks. I might need to check that.
Cheeky information.
Cheeky information. Because it's the
Check it. So Mobikick has invalidated again, so I think that's qualifying done for Mobikick.
Qualifying done. Actually, he's saving ERS. I think he might get an 11.
Oh, he's going for a second run.
He's going for a second run. Chizzy,
Smart tactics
Chizzy
there.
had his lap there. He did a 42.2.
Who can get third place right here? Who of the top
Ooh, and Ricky
guys can?
Rick retired after setting a lap.
So must have made a mistake in a Rouge. Reza is also on his out lap right now. We're gonna see the final runs now in qualifying here in OSRL, of course. Gonna be very exciting. As of course the race will be after this straight away. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm also looking forward to it. I really want to know if anyone's on a lap right now. I don't know who's on a lap. There's no one right now. Reza and Mobikick are the next two guys to approach the line, so we'll just hop on board with Reza because he's the next guy to set lap and the first guy out of the last runners to set one. And he's only in the 43s right now, so he needs to improve. Of course, he was the champion of the last season's Tier 2, so he needs to improve. Now he's got a little bit of traffic coming out in front of him with Kuhn, and I think it's Prain in front of him. Yeah, Prain and Kuhn coming out in front. Frenzy retiring. He didn't set a lap actually.
I think, of course, Collie might be glitched again, the timing, because
Yeah, it
that's
might be
been the
glitched
case
because I don't think most of the
the
guys
entire
have been out,
year.
yeah.
So yeah, otherwise they would have been out a lot earlier. So
Also, we've got Franchise on lap right now. He hasn't set a lap yet, so it's really interesting to see that most of these guys haven't set a lap yet. And I think actually Franchise is the first guy to set a lap. He should be. Anda was retiring, and the Racing Points don't look good today. They had some good results in the last few weeks, but today only P14 and P15, and that might change with Cryptox and Franchise still on laps.
the McLaren to the side of
Lauren
Chizzy.
and- Yeah, Chizzy retired. Actually, I don't know what Chizzy did there.
And he's just
went
backing up for the guys
He just
to
went out
make
of the
sure he
race.
doesn't. Of course, retiring on track is quite dangerous because your AI will take over, which will
As
lead them back on the
Franchise-
racing line.
Franchise
so I
touches
think
with
what-
Joe and Franchise spins. Joe was about to start a lap. Franchise and Joe touch, and Franchise spins around. Joe gets damaged. That means Joe won't get any further up to.
What's going here? Wait, there's I think a Haas without a front wing. What's going on here? Yeah, it's Crypto without front wing. In the
Cryptox
middle
also
sector.
made it. Ooh, Cryptox lost the car somewhere, and Franchise and Joe both crashed. Of course, I think Franchise. Yeah, Franchise.
Controversy in qualifying right here in
Controversy
OSRL, of
in the
course.
In the last lap of qualifying, in the last minute of qualifying, of course, qualifying isn't done yet. It's glitch again. As
Yep,
Cryptox
qualifying.
also coming into the pit, so only P60
Yeah,
for him.
he had his front wing broken,
of course,
so
he
he
had
was
his
gonna
front wing
improve
broken.
anyway, but that's fine. Controversy here in OSRL is back again with Belgium.
And
So
now the next guy to settle up is Luis. Actually, he's
Luis
first.
is
Actually,
slightly
no,
up.
It is Ryan.
He
Ryan's
is
improving by
slightly
2
up.
tenths. Ryan is improving. Ryan could get a great result here in his only his first race of the season.
Joe hasn't improved, so this could be a good qualifying for Ryan. Could he get P3 for the Williams team? Coming to the line now, and it's a 41.5. Very good lap there. Very close to Koen and stuff, who is slightly down on his time there. 5,000. He can easily
As
make it
Luis,
up, but
Luis
what
will
can
probably
he
get
do?
into the 40s now. Coming over the line, it will be.
He's improved by 2 tenths. Here he comes to the line.
8.
8.
I don't
what
think
a
that
lap there.
anyone will get it.
3 tenths. So Koen's got massive job here if he actually wants to get anyone near Luis here. He's got slight slipstream for the car ahead. I think that is
Yeah.
Martin here. And
It's
just
Wout.
remember, got
It's
disqualified.
Wout.
It's Wout, so that doesn't really help Koen here.
Ooh, and he
Validated.
validated.
He
Koen
validated. That means it will be pole position for the
For Luis.
for Louis for Luis. So
Ooh, and Martin crashed out, but he was improving.
Oh,
Martin's
dear!
flying road. What a
Oh.
crash!
What a crash there from Martin,
Prain's
getting
currently on the
P6.
slap. I don't know if he's improving. He's coming around the final.
I think
two
Prain's
corners now.
improving
What will
slightly.
his time now?
Little
He
bit
gets a little
slipstream
of
there.
slipstream from Obasi, and it is a 4th place.
40 on 5. He improves. He beats
Lucas
Joe
now.
here.
He's
Mob
improving.
kick.
Bout up to P9. Lucas now up to 10.
And that's qualifying done. Qualifying's done.
10 for Lucas now in the last corner. But what a final.
Prain was really close to Ryan here in qualifying. So Ryan really did a good lap.
But Ryan really
P3.
unbelievable lap from Ryan today.
But here's our grid for the OSRL Belgium Grand Prix with Luis rounding out for pole position right there, with Koen in 2nd, Ryan in 3rd, Prain in 4th, Joe in 5th. Good, decent result for him despite him not being that quick here. Mobikick in 6th, Modstall in 7th. Nearly messed up the name, but that's fine. Jesse in 8th, Woodrow in 9th. In his slight
Lucas.
comeback, he hasn't raced in a couple of races. And then Lucas rounding out the top 10.
And after that,
Of course,
Obafio, Rick,
in that
Riza,
10.
Nachoman, Underboss, Cryptox, Franchise, Frenzy, Matthias, and Lemon all finishing outside of the top 10 or not sending a lap actually.
Of course, the usual guys of Twitch Lemon and Matthias, of course, they are starting from the back. Matthias, our championship leader, so we will see how it's going to end up. It looks to be a fully dry race, with the sun being out here in Belgium, Spa, beautiful circuit, of course.
A very beautiful circuit, of course, and it looks like it's gonna be dry. I mean, it is dry right now, and I don't think any of the drivers have complained about it being wet at some point of the race. But we never know. Maybe we'll get to see that at some point. That would, of course, change things for the race, but
We haven't got the weather predictions, of course, for the race, so we don't know what's gonna happen. But it looks dry for the moment.
I think Lewis just hopes for the rain not to come, because last week, of course, Zandvoort, he got a great start, he got P1. He was looking good for like, I think 6-7 laps, and then he just bottled it again. Like he did bottle a few races already this season, so it's not... I mean, it would be great for him to get a win today, because he really needs it, I think. But now we can look at everyone starting
The formation lap.
We can look at everyone starting tires, and actually
taking a very interesting line here.
Rick and Riza both took softs starting outside of the top 10. That is
they will have fresh tires, so they won't use that advantage straight away. But expect the guys outside the top 10 to go on the mediums, so they can use their tire advantage later on in the race, whilst they have clean air.
Yeah, towards the end, when all of the other guys are going onto the mediums, that would have been... I think that would have been good for those guys to go onto the mediums, but Rick and Riza want to use that advantage at the start and gain places right away. So we'll have to see what
tire wear
happens.
isn't really that bad around here, even though tire wear might be high on percentage. The grip it produces isn't actually that bad. So after like 6 laps, the guys can still put in like high productive laps. So it's really important that the guys make their tires, of course, last in the first place, but of course keep a nice and consistent pace. You can see guys who can push after like 4 laps, but then just fall off the cliff straight away, which is, of course, something not what you want. So drivers have to be careful on the tires, even though, of course, it produces a high and nice grip around this track. It was one of the most iconic circuits. I'm looking forward to this race. I don't know about you, Flo, but here we go. Rick is left, so let me quickly invite him. You take over entertainment. Here you go. Rick is sent another invite so he can enter the race as well. Hopefully there's no glitch with tires. I know Tyrrell Limitless loves his minus 200 degrees tires.
And I hope there's no glitch for Rick that he starts earlier than the field now, because that happened also in Belgium.
Yeah.
Also happened in Belgium last year in Tier 1, when Baki got disconnected on the formation app and his car just started earlier than everyone else. So
And last week, of course, with
Lucas also. So I hope that doesn't happen again, but it's Codemaster, so you never know what's going to happen. But
we go also cars are now lining up to the grid for the start of this Belgium Grand Prix.
So
I think these are glitch lights,
so I wanted to see what's happening here. But it is.
Cars on revving up now. 3,
and Ricky
4,
Lead
5
went
lights,
backwards and he started, I think, and it is. I don't know what Ricky Lead's car did, and his lights out of the way we go. I don't know what Ricky Lead's car did, but Lewis had a pretty good start. He keeps P1, but Koen is trying to go around the outside of Lewis, and he spins it.
Contact.
Koen nearly lost the car there, and he kept it on the track somehow. Ryan is now close to them, and Koen got the slipstream. Lewis had a pretty bad exit out of that car. Koen is trying to get him on the long straight, on the common straight. Koen is getting past Lewis, and Ryan also. Ryan with the slipstream.
Ryan trying to pass Lewis as well.
But there's not much space to go around the outside
Koen
here.
has taken the lead.
And I think Koen was happy about getting P2 on that lap there.
Esque move there from Koen.
As Ryan really slid across that track.
Already.
Joe wants to go down the inside of Prain. Will he be able to get it done? No, he does not.
To Ryan.
As Wout got past Chizzy now. Wout up.
Good start.
Wout's a good start. Up to P7. Running a little bit wide there. Chizzy's right next to him. Oh, and Moby also wants to do something.
Nearly 3 wide.
As Moby and Chizzy going side by side. All of them running wide.
What overtake into Pool. You never see overtakes
Chizzy got past him there.
But he's done it. Good overtake there from Chizzy.
As Sebastian and running wide.
Slow progress through the fields. They're still in 16th and 17th. You saw Twitch Lemon, or TTG Lemon, how you want to say it now, last week make a very good start, already up to P7 then, but now he's struggling to make it through the field here.
Ooh, and there's Franchise running wide. Franchise has lost his swing, and Franchise made a mistake. Ricky Lee didn't get off the grid, and he is right now in last place.
It seems like that Koen is already creating a gap at the front. 8/10 gap.
Oh, Bassi and Lucas are fighting with each other. There's Modstal also with Wout and Chizzy. Modstal in P6, Chizzy trying to get him. Wout down to P8 again. Lucas and Obasi are still fighting. Koen and Joe is pulling a big gap to Modstal already.
And now Wout goes down the inside for, again, 7th place here. Good move there from the Red Bull. Both teammates now behind each other. But the battle keeps going. Also now going towards A Rouge here. The drives are being so close to each other.
A lot of battles, yes. Ryan is really able to keep close
Ryan's
with
really
Lewis.
Quick right now. In the slipstream of Luis still. He's got a new or different game attack for this race.
Chizzy.
So
Chizzy might try to go around the outside of Wout, but that's not going to happen. There's
Prain
not a lot of space.
keep up slightly with Joe behind, but Martin really struggling. Already 2 seconds behind after only 2 laps. Not even 2 laps. It's only this lap 1
yellow
finish.
flags. It is Juan Williams. It's Frenzy. And Frenzy's out and the safety car's out.
And there's that early safety car we were talking about earlier. Lap 1 safety car maybe. But there's a lap 2 safety car now. And Race has got a penalty now. 5 seconds by cutting the corner by gaining a place there. So, and there's indeed that early safety car. So that will help these medium runners like Obasi, Underboss, Twitch Lemon of course, who's also on the mediums. Danachaman also on the mediums. Matthias, Cryptok, and Rick Elite is of course a ghost car, so he won't race. But this is good for Franchise, of course, who has got spun around, is on the medium tires now, and is able to catch up. This is bad for the soft runners because it's too early to pit for those medium tires, and of course the hard tires don't have as much grip as the mediums and the softs do. So these drivers will probably stay out, I'm guessing, unless we see a different strategy here from the drivers in the midfield and stuff. Yeah, like we expected, every driver is staying out. As Voodoo is actually the one pitting, he is going for that different strategy, despite it being a very short pit lane. Matthias is pitting, Twitch Lemon is pitting, so they know something different here, apparently. These drivers know something different, and they are going for a different strategy here. He's going for the hard tires. So, like we said, the hard tires don't have much grip, but Twitch Lemon still decides to go for the hard tires.
They might want to go for that that one stop. Maybe they want to stretch it for 20 laps. I think it is actually
to the
possible
end?
maybe with the hards to do that, because the mediums last about 40 laps or around 40 laps, I'd say. So
Yeah,
the hards,
true.
I could imagine them lasting about 20 laps, and now with the safety car being out for 1 or 2 laps more, maybe they're only on 70 laps, so they will
Interesting.
make it to the end.
Very interesting. The Nachoman also on the hard tires, so all these drivers
When
from like 15th to 18th
franchise
are
pitted for mediums after his. the safety
Woodrow
crit
did
is
as well.
pitted
Yeah,
Lucas-
Woodrow's
Lucas
also in
also
for the mediums. So he doesn't feel doing the hard tires till the end.
They want to go for the pace now.
Yes, they want to use that pace advantage like Flo just said. But of course it's gonna be very interesting. Of course hard tires will make it till the end. But these drivers like Koen, Luis, Ryan, they will use that medium set, the much fresher medium set around lap 14 to have an advantage against the drivers of lap 8. Of course they will pit lap 8. But can they build an advantage? How quickly will Twitch Lemon and Matthias overtake the guys that are ahead of them? Like, how quickly is it gonna go? This race is gonna be very interesting now, since there's such an early safety car. Also, kind of good for Martin, who was able to catch up there after falling behind so quickly here. Interesting to say the least. No, I think we're doing I think we should be able to have safety car in this lap, but I'm not sure. I don't think it is. But otherwise, the safety car would have said the message already. But it doesn't, so expect safety car to stay out for another lap, so the drivers can easily control the pace.
And catch
Now
up.
there's a couple of safe.
Underboss on the
Underboss.
wall. Underboss is on the wall. Under the safety
Oh
car.
dear! What's happened there then? Expect
I
him to
got
make a
no
pit
clue.
stop. He's got a broken front wing, so expect him to make a pit stop here for instead of hard tires, I'm guessing. Yes, he is. He's
I
going
just
into
saw
the
him
pits.
going down the order and didn't know what happened there.
Yeah, same. Bit of a surprise there, but like we said, Belgium is of course a bit chaotic, and like we see now with Underboss, he is spun behind the safety car. Only happens to the best, so don't worry, my man. And indeed goes for the hard set. New front wing, hard tires set. And he is gonna look to go till the end. It's gonna be very interesting now, because we of course have drivers going till the end and drivers who still have to make a pit stop here. The most majority of the grid still have to make a pit stop, of course. It's gonna be interesting if the drivers like Woutru can make it till the end on those medium set. Is he having a strategic masterclass here? Of course, the medium set are quite decent around Belgium, but I'm not sure here. Oh yeah. So. It's gonna be interesting.
It's gonna be really
Lucas is now
interesting. I don't know.
Lucas is behind the ghost car of Rick.
Yeah.
I think, of course, Comas kind of have to sort that out. I don't know why Rick left in the first place, but we'll see. But that should be alright. Both McLarens in 5th and 7th right now. Lucas seems to be trying to overtake the ghost car here. Don't think that would be the smartest plan to do.
It's French.
French has got,
Nice.
it's got a penalty. Both have got a penalty.
And Underboss has lost his wing again.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. What an absolute disaster right here.
Underboss, 2 laps, 2 incidents under the safety car.
Of course, if you do make slight contact behind the safety car, you will get most likely a 5-second penalty by the game, which could be removed unless it's served in the pit lane, which in that case it can't be removed. Safety cars in this lap. We're gonna have some clean green racing again. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're also looking
Clean
forward to clean
green-
racing, hopefully, but
Clean
I mean,
green racing, we don't know.
we don't know. We hope for clean racing too, but I mean,
Both, a bit of both.
yeah, a bit of both, but also for some good racing.
Indeed, we can all agree on that. Now, Woutru has got a 5-second penalty.
5-second penalties get.
Does he have damage?
He does.
Let me
He does
check.
not, He does not.
He...
Actually, he does.
Yes, he does. Oh
does.
no! Oh dear, my What is he doing? What's going on in midfield here?
As
Lot of battling.
restart already, and Joe got a.
Joe's got a penalty with Prain.
Joe lost
And
the
Prain's got a
place.
penalty as well.
Joe got past Monster got past Joe actually.
I
before
think
the
Martin
safety car
couldn't do anything
restart.
about it. But that's fine. The restart has happened here. Loads of chaos right now.
As
And
Wout is going
Wouter
to
is in the
pits, yeah.
pits. Oh, what
And
a disaster here.
Lucas pulled over. Maybe with damage as well. No, he pulled over. To let
Oh dear, oh dear.
someone get past. I don't know what's going
What
on.
a
here.
restart from Koen right here. It's already
Yeah, he's
cleared
already
Luis
got
by a
cleared him.
second.
Modstall is so close to Prain, only 1/10 of a second.
He's got another penalty. 3
Yellow
seconds.
flags, it is Alpha.
It's
I think.
Obassi.
Obassi is out.
In a rouge, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it's on a
There he
road.
is. Another penalty from Underboss. Could we see another safety car maybe?
I doubt
I-
we will because I think it would have been sent out already. But yeah, it's the green flag
That's
again.
true there, Flo.
Nothing has happened, and
We're gonna keep going.
Joe and Prain really had Joe had a disastrous restart with the penalty and all that.
Good restart there from Twitch Lemon in P11 right now. As Matthias is behind Lucas. So he needs to clear him quickly if he can. Because they're on different tires. Twitch Lemon closing up to his teammate Cryptic Plus. Both were like 15th and 16th. And now
When
close
I
to a
think it is
double
Joe
point
trying to
finish.
get past Martin here in the middle sector. Martin is really not on the pace today. He's losing so much time to Prain.
He barely had any practice for this race. So indeed he's falling away from Prains, who is very close to Ryan for the podium.
I mean, what's new? Mark's not having any practice.
Indeed. Modstall without practice. We love to see it. We love to see it. But now Luis is in the DRS of Koen.
But he's
Slightly closed the gap. Are we gonna have a battle between these two? Haven't seen much of it this season, but we're gonna hope that we're gonna see it. Koen with the
GC in the
fast
pits.
lap. GC with an early stop.
Did he have
GC
did he have
already going
damage?
off the softs.
Did he have damage? I want to see it if they
He
change.
is going for a slight
It looks like, no,
undercut
actually,
here, it
he
seems.
does not look like he had wing damage. He did not have wing damage. He didn't have
Nope,
wing
he
damage.
doesn't. He's going for mediums till
That's
the
an
end.
early stop. That's an early
Another
stop.
pit stop there from Underboss, it seems.
I don't know why he did that, to be honest.
Oh dear, yeah.
Didn't
No,
make a
Prain.
lot of sense to me, and
Martin's slightly nearly in the DRS of Prain. Of course, the DRS will be enabled next lap.
the Nacho Man just took the old pit lane exit for some reason. I think he got damaged. He lost his right end plate.
Oh dear.
I was
disaster
wondering,
here.
I was going down because I wanted to watch Matthias overtaking Lucas, but the Nacho Man, I
As well.
waited to him and he went.
There's too much going on, Flo, right now. We're not able to keep up with this.
He went wide and somehow hit the wall on a rouge and took the old pit lane. So I was like, what is going on?
I
But
think Martin's definitely struggling in the middle sector because he was only like a second behind Prain down the back straight after a rouge, and now it's 1.9 behind. So he nearly lost a second in just one sector.
and
So
Lewis
that's incredible.
Lewis gets close to Koen again.
He's really close. He's not using ERS. He's got about 44%, whilst to Koen's 75%. So Koen is really doing a lot of ERS management right now. And indeed, Joe has got past Martin right now for P5. Can he be
But
able to catch
Martin
up
might
to Prain?
be able to make a move back on him.
This
As
could be
there's
good for Ryan.
Mobby Kick going down the inside of Modstad as well. He's not trying.
It's still
getting it
side
done yet. Mobby Kick going
And
around the outside here,
Good
and
move. Good move.
Mobby Kick is
And
still
both
not done
using
yet,
ERS.
and
Both using ERS.
Mobby Kick breaking later, and he might touch Joe, and he touched Joe, and he
Contact.
touched Joe.
He's got damage. He's got damage on the left front end plate there.
He got damaged. Joe. He
Mob
can be
kick
happy
really
that
ruined there.
he can be happy that Joe didn't spin around on that incident because Joe
Yeah,
would have
definitely.
been Joe. That
Oh,
would have been a penalty. Definitely Ryan getting a penalty as well now.
Doesn't help.
And Modstad
He's-
is close to Joe because of this now.
He can re-overtake him if he can,
Nah,
but
you-
he doesn't use ERS. He
On
thinks
the
smartly
straight.
about it.
On the straight, Modstad is not quick here, it feels like. He wasn't close to...
Definitely.
He always lost time. The Lemon now up to P8 getting past
Ryan
Lisa.
is pretty quick, but the penalties just holds him back here. Of course, the newly drive for IRT, so
As Lemon's trying to get past Mobby Kick as well here, of course. Mobby Kick got damaged. Lemon got him now.
Twitch Lemon making
Mobby
quick
Kick nearly
progress here.
tried
Running
to
wide there, so
there.
might have got a warning for it. Let me check how many warnings these drivers have. And indeed, he did get a warning for that, so he's on 1 warning right now. And Luis and Koen's on 1 warning, and Luis on 0. So, Brain, of course, 5-second penalty, which could be removed if he, of course, doesn't serve it in the pits, but he still has to make a pit stop, so most likely will. Twitch Lemon making quick progress here. It's only like a couple of seconds behind the leading pair. Of course, those drivers still have to make a pit stop and will use that tire advantage.
Ooh,
and French has retired. French guys in the wall. It's a dangerous spot there.
Safety car once again.
Safety car, another safety car here.
Again, and franchise, he made a mistake there. And
Joe, the drivers in the lead.
Joe had an early decided latest.
Joe, what on earth is going on?
Joe hit the wall and he took the time with it. I think Joe wanted to damage. I don't know what Joe
Drive through for
bouts.
But what? Wait, Martin with damage, it seems. Front wing damage. I saw a front wing change by the Red Bull team.
I think.
Yeah, Martin had a front wing change.
I think there might have been. Yeah, I think Joe wanted to damage his wing because I think Joe and the safety car came out.
I see.
Late.
Yeah, I see. Wout's retired.
Yeah, he had to drive for penalty. Yeah, drive for penalty and.
Dear. But this is really unfortunate for the guys in the top 4 because they have just missed the pit lane.
And it's good for Lemon because he actually.
I don't know because like Martin is on mediums.
Actually, I think Joe. I think the one that Joe and Martin really get lucky with.
Moped Kick is also one who really took a big advantage by it. He did get damage and has jumped Joe.
Wing, but I mean, I think Joe and Martin collided because the safety car came out late. They both wanted to go to the pits.
Maybe we could expect to see Twitch Lemon and Matthias pitting after this lap for a set of mediums. Of course, it's behind the scene. I wouldn't be surprised because there is apparent. You can see by the dot in the right corner by Matthias's name that the crew are ready for him. They're not ready for Twitch Lemon. But expect Matthias into the pits this lap. And of course you can see the leading pair now pitting on this lap. Of course this is good for Payne, so he can serve that 5-second penalty without really losing time. He will still be ahead of, I think, Martin, who had a wing change. That's why he was struggling in the middle sector because with the wing damage.
Ryan and Payne might go into the pits as well.
And yes, these drivers are now going to the pit. Of course, Brain will have to double stack.
Lemon will be... No, but Lemon pits as well on the mediums now.
Indeed, there we go. They will pit.
Everyone
Smart choice here. Like you said, they're gonna pit.
I think Louis Koen will still come out in the lead. As Ryan jumped, Louis in the pits.
No, I still need to make pit stop there.
Yeah, I forgot
the Williams script.
Yeah,
the Williams. Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I was about to say what is happening here, but...
Both now making a pit stop there. Matthias going indeed for the set of mediums.
Yeah. Everyone is on the mediums now.
Train
except for Cryptox who stayed out. And actually
Martin has jumped.
Only jump Prey. No, actually did.
Oh, he did. He's done it.
He's done it last second. He somehow jumped him.
Last second he jumped him.
Joe was the one who lost the most because of it.
Can Koen now defend that race lead with Twitch Lemon now in P4? So it's gonna be interesting. Gonna be very interesting. This race is really spicing up with, of course, 2 safety cars, so yeah, it's gonna be a very interesting race. Can Ryan stay ahead of Twitch Lemon and maybe even challenge the lead guys? Because he seems to be falling away by the restarts of the race. So Luis can actually get fighting or fight Koen now during the restart. And of course Ryan needs to try to follow the tempo if he can, without of course getting too many penalties, because the field is so close with each other right now. And if you get too many penalties, it will really ruin your chance for getting solid points. And he is in that 3rd place right now, so he's got to be careful here on what he does. Was
I mean,
Martin with a
Safety car's coming
fixed
in now,
front wing,
but just
safety car into this lap.
quickly to say it, I think Kuhn is looking to have a great restart again, like he did last time.
Indeed.
And right now, it was good for Prain and for really good
Gonna
for
be
Prain and
interesting,
Joe
that.
because they got their 5-second penalties removed and they don't have to worry about it anymore.
What can Joe do in the 11th place right there?
He
Behind
lost
Moby
the most
Kick.
because of it after
Yeah,
that
indeed.
incident, because
Really.
of the wing change.
Indeed. Can Martin fight now for a little bit with that new front wing?
As Kuhn is now again on.
Really backing up the pack. When will he
Yeah,
go?
when
He goes now.
Goes now. It was looks like a
Decides to
pretty
go
good
very
one.
early, and again he's caught
He got
Lewis
off
out here.
guard. Yeah, he got Lewis out, and Ryan is
looking
close.
very sharp,
Lemon overtaking Motzel already before the.
which is
Line.
of course not allowed.
And Motzel.
But Chris Lemon was ahead. It was Martin behind. Don't worry. Oh,
went to
contact between
Cryptox.
drives behind.
Cryptox runs wide for some reason. Lucas gets
Yes,
past.
indeed.
But now Lewis is closer than he was before on the first restart.
Oh, praying with the bad exit. Can Matthias do anything about it right now? Underbot's getting another penalty here. Again, Louis is getting caught out here. And Koen having that good restart. He's really practiced that, it seems. Reza getting another penalty, both outside the top 10. Underboss and Reza. Koen is doing really well right now.
Good on the pace right now.
But he's got that penalty, so that will really hurt him. But indeed, the pace is looking good from him. Martin able to follow the tempo, but what can he do in the middle sector?
Now, it looks like right now everyone can follow the speed from P1 to P11 down. But Joe's still in P11 right now, so he hasn't gained a place. And Joe and Moby Kick, they're stuck behind Cryptox, so they need to get past him now. But Cryptox is looking pretty good right now on the hards.
Indeed. Matthias stuck behind Mercedes teammates of Koen Prain, so it's gonna be tough.
As Moby Kick now gets past Cryptox, Cryptox making a mistake, and Joe trying to go down the inside now. Will he be able to make the move? He will be able to make the move. And Joe's up to 10th, so points for him now. As Matthias is so close to Prain, I think it will be his time now.
Lemon really
going down
struggling.
the inside. Oh, and there's Matthias has spun.
Matthias is spun.
Matthias
unbelievable, hit the wall.
Matthias.
Oh my
Matthias
days,
tried
hit the
to
wall.
go down the inside.
He has virtual safety car,
Matthias has tried to go down the inside of Prain and Blasimo, and he hit him.
He keeps going. He crashed into the corner where Raikkonen crashed in 2008. But that's so bad for the championship leader. He is going to the pits. Hopefully the virtual safety car can stay out longer so he can make that stop and push and hopefully get some points still.
He was
but it's
trying
gonna
to
be
go down
very difficult for him now.
the inside of Prain, and there's not enough space at Blasimo for two guys to go there. Especially if you go down the inside, there's not enough room. So it was a risky
Stewards
move,
will
but
decide whatever happens. Virtual safety car still out.
And
Look how it's going away now. And Matthias still into the pits. He's a bit of a soft. It's looking so difficult for him right now.
Okay,
Look how far behind he is.
One thing that you can say now, it is unbelievable how good Kuhn is on restarts.
Indeed, he's called him out again by nearly a second.
He's
Ryan as well. Ryan outside the DRS window. So this doesn't help him when defending from Lemon.
This is good for Lemon now. Yeah, this is good for Lemon now.
Indeed.
Up.
What can Prain now do without any troubles from behind? Can he overtake Martin, who's in P5? Slow, he's can follow the tempo, but he's not able to fully get in the DRS window.
As Ryan gets another penalty, that's the second one of the race.
Like we said,
I
the
think
penalties doesn't really help him right here. He's got 6 seconds in total right now.
Tremendous pace for Ryan today, but the penalties will take everything away that he's doing right now.
With 6 seconds about, he will finish about P9. So that shows how much penalties can hurt you in a league race. Because if Ryan doesn't get any penalties, he can finish in like P3, P4. But now, with the penalties, he's gonna finish like P8, P9. Which is of course so much worse.
As Moby Kick
for
is now
a result
getting
he can
past
actually get.
Lucas, and Joe's right behind him as well.
Look how close the Lemon to him is. If Lewis is smart, he gives Ryan DRS so Lemon can't overtake. And Koen is cleared Lewis from DRS,
And
so
Lucas,
Koen is
Lucas,
looking
Joe
really
and
good
Moby
right
Kick
now.
are so close to each other right now, going up the hill, and Lucas had to go off the front a little bit, I think. Joe will now be able to overtake him. Lemon gets past Ryan at the front as we speak. Moby Kick now getting overtaken by both Joe. Actually, Moby Kick got overtaken by Joe, and Joe will go down the inside of Lucas. He goes up into 7th.
Good overtake
the
there
ref thing
from
was
Joe.
a touch between Moby Kick and Lucas, and Moby Kick stays behind.
The overtake. Prain
Joe.
also really close to Martin.
That was
Now.
needed for Joe to get up there again.
Now we're
P7
gonna have
now.
a top 3 battle between Koen, Lewis and Lemon. They're nearly in a second from each other. Of course, Luis from second from Koen, and then Twitcham another second from Luis. Let me check right now how many warnings both drivers have had. Of course, Twitcham is still on 1, Luis on 0 right now, and Koen still on the 1. So both doing really well, both doing quite well. Prain on 1 warning it seems, so drivers just got to keep pushing. And what can Matthias do on softs in P16 right now? He is, I wouldn't say it's impossible to come back from this, but he really needs to show his advantage that he has in terms of pace. So it's really up to him. What can he do from this unlikely position here? Can these soft tires last even? That's going to be the big question for him. And Twitch Lemon is now in the DRS of Luis. He's using all of his ERS. Luis does not. Luis doesn't barely defends, and Twitch Lemon up to second. I think Luis is just smart with just following Twitch Lemon in the DRS, so he can potentially get closer to Koen. So this is a good strategy here from Luis. But hopefully it can actually work. Twitch Lemon, of course, very fast here, so we'll see what is going to happen. Sector 1 and Sector 2, yellow flags.
It's Nacho Man. Once again. The racing points. Not
Really
looking
struggling
good
on
today.
the track,
Really
yeah.
struggling.
And Prain's overtaken Martin. Ryan trying to follow the tempo of the lead guys, but just not able to. He's really close, just not close enough at the moment. Good pace again from Ryan.
Ooh, and
so
Moby Kick has spun it. Moby Kick has
spun.
lost it. That was
He
just
hit the
one
wall.
and he did a Giovinazzi.
Giovinazzi.
Yeah.
But
Alfa
who's
Romeo
going to be the
didn't-
Russell? Where's the Williams?
If Ghosting
Frenzy
wouldn't be
retired already, so
if Ghosting wouldn't be on, it would be Moby Kick doing that, and Ryan is too far up. And there's another one. It's Matthias, I think. Matthias has spun
Matthias
it.
is spun. What a disaster race for Matthias. That's race done for sure. He's behind his teammate who isn't even driving right now. So race done for Matthias. He spun at a Rouge here, which of course one of the not a Rouge, Pujon. I'm sorry guys for that. He spun at Pujon, one of the toughest corners in F1, and he seems to have clipped the inside of Pujon, which makes you spin, unfortunately. That's race done, but he keeps going for the moment, so spirit is high it seems, despite 2 big mistakes it seems. Martin in the DRS of Prain in P5 and P6. Prain not able to follow the tempo of Ryan and stuff. And it seems Koen has got good pace here because Twitch Lemon also not able to get anywhere near him. Still. The gap is around 1.3, 1.2 the entire time. So it is very interesting. The
It's
gap is
very
now
interesting,
1.1, and he's cleared Luis of DRS. He's cleared Luis of DRS, so Luis' plan unfortunately has not worked. Big shame for him. And it seems like Prain has found some pace. He's closing up the gap to Ryan. Of course, with both Alpha Towers not scoring, remember, I don't know where they are in the constructors flow,
Yeah,
but it
Mercedes
means that
will get them easily. 2 points.
Mercedes will-
only
yeah,
behind,
indeed.
so-
only 2 points behind, so this could be massive there for the Constructors' Championship. I don't know who's behind Mercedes at the moment, but it's another chance for the constructors to get even tighter at the top. So it's going very well there for Mercedes right now. Of course, we would like to see something different than a Merc win, but oh dear, it's just the way it is right now, even on the F1 games. And Twitch Lemon not able to close up the gap to Koen. Koen has got this gap under control at the moment. He is doing great right now to control that pace. Is this going to be his first race win of the season? If it keeps going like this? I think it is. Call me if I'm wrong, but this could be massive for Koen. Gaining 25 points on Matthias would be very nice. Same for Lemon. And Luis, maybe, I don't know where he's at exactly, but it will be very good for him to get a decent result. 15 points closer to the top. You never know what could happen at the next 4 rounds, so gotta keep up the spirits and keep pushing as long as it's possible. Martin getting a penalty, not usually from him. And Brain is clearing him, who's not able to close up the gap to Ryan. He's got another penalty. 9 seconds in total. Who is improving by his time? Ryan proving to be very fast, but I think pushing too hard, making too many mistakes, getting warnings and penalties by the timing, unfortunately. So Ryan again proving that penalties does make a huge difference from like a P4 finish to P9 even. So
as you can see on the track, there are not a lot of close battles going on right now. No
not
one
usually
in the
like
DRS except
Belgium.
for Cryptox.
It's supposed to be.
Cryptox got overtaken by Chizzy and will probably drop out of
Joe
the
is getting close to Martin for P6. Joe with no penalties. Luke's secretly driving a good race. Last time I remember seeing him, he was like in P15 with a broken front wing and a penalty. And he's not got no penalties at the moment and driving a P8. So decent result there for the Ferrari team with his teammate in P3. GC getting a penalty, so that won't help in the battle for P8. And Ryan seems to be closing on Luis. If you follow the gap slowly. Gap was around 1.8, now it's 1.6. Because Ryan is pushing very hard. You can see by the track limits. He's not able to close up the gap largely enough to have an actual fight. Because if he does get too many penalties, he will drop down to potentially even outside the points, which is something we don't want. It looks like Twitch Lemon has got DRS right now on Koen. So Koen's got to keep pushing. Both on very low ERS right now. Looks like Koen's a bit faster down the straight. Koen is a bit faster down the straight. Gap is 1.1 seconds here, so Twitch Lemon very struck. Oh, slight mistake there from Koen. Yeah, he's lapping pretty much the same pace as his fastest lap here, so Koen is really consistent right now. Brain just not able to catch up to Ryan, but will get him on potentially penalties. So
As
yeah,
Joe
that's
is right off the back of Motzel right now. Of course, Motzel got the penalty, but Joe will probably get him on track. By the looks of it, Joe's so close to him. I tried in Rouge. No, he's not going to try it here.
I wouldn't dare.
I wouldn't try it there, but Joe will get Motzel down the straight easily.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
ERS, yeah, there we go. Both using ERS,
As
there we go.
Lemon broke the DRS now to Koen and Joe. Okay, Joe is sort of over. I was about to
Yeah,
say, but
Joe's done it. Easy
Lemon
passer,
is now
kind
in
of.
the DRS of Koen.
This is what we've been waiting for here. Koen versus Lemon again on track with no mistakes. Can there be a clean overtake? Come on. We want to see it happen. 8 tenths behind. So Lemon will have the DRS from the next window onwards. Another 5 laps to go after lap 17. So Martin getting another penalty here. So he's going to be falling behind Lucas at this rate. So Unibos another penalty. Both racing points really struggling right here. So what a shame, really. Big shame. So yeah, indeed, both on 6% ERS as Lucas now gets a penalty. Because if he stays within 3 seconds, he can be ahead of Modstol. Martin, the GOAT, in P7. 44.6 for Lemon, and it looks Koen is doing 44.9, his personal best. So Twitch Lemon has really found some pace there.
Underboss is crashed again.
Underboss, yeah, disaster for race. Matisse is still going, despite him spinning and with Prane and on his own. He's still gonna keep going. The points is about still a big gap there. It's at least like 15 seconds, so he won't be able to do it. But you never know. You never know what Matisse can do. Even 1 point can make a huge difference. And now Twitch Lemon is so close to Koen. Koen really, this is where he needs to shine at the moment. I think Luis has settled for that 3rd place. He doesn't want to overdrive the car, and Underboss has indeed retired from the race. Absolute disaster of a race ends here right now. Twitch Lemon seems to be very comfortable at the end of the race. Here, so Koen really needs to show his pace here. Both on like literally exact same amount of ERS. Both not using. This is what we're waiting for. And Twitch Lemon now catching up to him. 3 tenths behind. What can Koen do? 4 laps to go after this. This is what we've been waiting for. He's got DRS now. What can he do now? Slightly weaving Koen to distract him potentially. Oh, it's a good exit there from Twitch Lemon.
I think Lemon will
Very good exit there. Koen with a slight mistake. Going defensive already. The mind games have started here between the Mercedes, and what an exit there from Twitch Lemon. He's got DRS. Slight bit of overtake here. What can he do? Koen has got nothing left. Here he goes.
And Lemon will go around the outside. And he's
Around the
got
outside,
no, Koen will
and-
try to stick there. No, Lemon got him.
What an overtake there from
Koen is
Twitch
still
Lemon
there.
here.
Koen is still there. There will fight now. Koen has set the pace to stick with him, and now he will get DRS. Will he be able to stick with him now that he is behind?
Indeed, and what looks like Twitch Lemon is very comfortable right now. And Koen's tires are fading. And indeed, he is clearing him of DRS. Slowly but surely. Gap is half a second. Koen will try his best, of course, to stay with him. This is not good for Koen, who would like the full 25 points right now. But Twitch Lemon is just so fast. Kind of fortunate, of course, with the safety cars. 2 safety cars really helped him here on his case.
Yeah,
But he's done a fantastic overtake there on his last lap. Or the lap 19, of course. So he's really deserved this win. If he can keep on to it, of course, with 3 laps to go after this. Koen's staying with him, so it's not done yet. We brakes very late.
Yeah, and Koen now, this is pretty much one of his final chances to get him back, maybe, because
Koen
there's
is
not
really
a
trying
lot
hard.
of possibility to overtake him if he doesn't stay
Again,
close.
very
Now,
good exit there from
Lemon
Twitch
again.
Lemon here. He just
Once
gets
again,
such a
second
good
lap
exit
in a
from
row.
turn 1, which really helps him. And takes a different line in a Rouge, which really just
Not
gives
it
him that extra tenth.
didn't help him actually. Koen got closer through Rouge, but it won't
with
be
that
enough. It looks like, yeah,
Oh, no, not this lap at least.
Koen braking very
But look
late.
how close they are.
Look how late Koen broke there on that lap, but now Koen, this is the
Koen
most
is trying
critical lap.
so hard.
If he isn't close enough to start lap 21, I think that's it done for Lemon.
Indeed, it is. Of course, in the esports, you see drivers switching around before the last lap, so they can use ERS and stuff. They can use ERS
Well,
and
that's
then.
true, and staying at DRS, I think it's gonna go down to the wire, but it's looking good
He's
for
got
Koen
to
right
take
now. He's
ERS.
probably on the pace right now, but there might have been a warning there. He ran a little bit wide, and it cost him a little bit of time. And another one maybe. 8 tenths though. He's quick on the straights though. Kuhn got a pretty good setup here as Kuhn is getting close to Lemon. 5 tenths only. Lemon made a mistake coming out of that corner.
Kuhn used a bit of ERS to get with him.
Maybe.
He's 3 tenths behind.
Maybe Lemon wanted Kuhn to get close again. So Lemon will have the chance to have the final shot in the last lap.
I think Twitch Lemon's got DRS. No, he doesn't from brick. Maybe on the next straight. No, he won't. No, he won't.
Get past him there.
He will get past him there, so no DRS on the After Rouge. Look how close Kuhn is. Much closer than last time, at least.
Much closer, but will he make a move this lap or will he just stay behind?
Oh, good line there from Kuhn.
Maybe it will be better for Kuhn if he makes
He's got a good line.
On the last lap, but I think he will get him.
There he comes.
Going down the
and
inside.
he's past him.
This lap, going down the inside, Twitch Lemon, but
Twitch Lemon 5 thing, not too much. What will happen if there was a bit of mind games? I think Lemon knows on the last lap that it really matters there, so Lemon's doing the mind games right now. Kuhn has got to try everything.
Lucas now up to P7 on the straight. Of course, both got penalties, but I think Lucas got more.
We'll see.
Penalties.
Indeed.
He does have, Motzel does have a penalty more than Lucas, so it doesn't matter really. Unless Lucas drops 3 seconds behind. Now Ryan got 9 seconds already. So, actually,
final lap about to happen here right now. What will happen between these two great drivers? That's not bad there from Ryan. Good result still for him.
Too many penalties just in the end, but
indeed. But here we go, the final lap is about to happen here with Kuhn in the lead, followed by Twitch Lemon. These two great drivers.
And Lemon is close enough, made look like a little bit of a mistake, but it was actually
indeed
quick.
Gap 7 tenths. Half second now.
But he got the first, he got DRS now. The first corner will decide everything pretty much.
He's got 20% of ERS.
And Lemon with the great exit again, even though Kuhn had a good acceleration, but Lemon is gaining already.
Look how much closer Lemon is compared to Kuhn was on the previous attempt.
The first sector is, and Matthias has crashed again.
This race done.
Of course he's been last all the time, but
here
Lemon
we
now
go, it happens now.
DRS.
He's weaving.
Around the outside. Kuhn will try to go, Lemon has to go around the outside of Kuhn, and will he be able to get the move done?
Look how late the break!
Kuhn has
and he done it!
Kuhn has kept it on the track, he nearly spun it, but Kuhn held it.
He's done it! What a move there from Lemon! What a move!
What a move
incredible
from
racing there!
Yeah,
Kuhn broke really late. Incredibly late, and Twitch Lemon still managed to overtake him. What a move there, incredible.
Motzel gets another penalty that might drop him down to around P9 now. Because Chizzy and Lucas are both on 3 seconds and Motzel is on 9. Interesting, but Kuhn won't get anything here unless Lemon picks up a penalty here in the final lap. But, oh actually Lemon picked up a penalty, Lemon picked up a 3-second time penalty.
Lemon picked up a penalty, incredible scenes.
Last few corners now, will that mean that maybe even Lewis is a bit too far behind.
Lewis is too far behind.
Kuhn now a second. Kuhn just needs to get it home now. And he gets.
Kuhn just needs to get to the line.
Kuhn now
for
the final corners. Lemon will come over the line and he will win the race on the track.
But it will be Kuhn to win the race here.
Wins.
And he's done it.
Kuhn
has won the Grand Prix here. What a race between these two great drivers.
Coming over the line in 4th, but Prain and Joe will both jump him.
What a race.
Motzel coming home in P7.
The full 25 points for Kuhn after an incredible battle. Twitch Lemon kind of bottled it at the end there with the penalty, but that's really unfortunate for him. What a race.
What a last lap to this race. It is.
What a last couple of laps. Wait, what was that?
Prain just jumped into the channel. Could maybe join again. I mean, the Mercedes team took the championship lead in the constructors now. What
drives the day for Lemon, but after that last lap, I don't think they will be too impressed there at Haas. Günther Stein will probably call me a wanker, but that's fine. As now Koen picks up his trophy.
Koen did get his first win of the season today. Koen, last week he bottled it. He was leading in front of Lemon, and he nearly got it, and
He
didn't get it
made
in the end
no-
because he spun it in lap 33. Today,
But he rarely made any mistakes now, yeah.
he rarely
so-
made any mistakes. But Koen wins the race.
He rarely made any mistakes today. Very good performance there from Koen. He
Lemon
made
comes
no
home.
mistakes, and Lemon actually did, which is not usual here. So yeah, what a drive from both there, honestly. And Koen was there to pick up the crown and win the race.
So now we have the full final results. Koen in P1, Lemon in P2, Louis in P3, Prain in P4, Joe in P5, Ryan in P6 on the debut race, Lucas in P7, Chusey in P8, Monster in P9, Cryptox in P10 getting the final point today for Haas. So Haas had a pretty good race.
Indeed.
After that, out of the top 10, we also had Reza, Mobykick and Danachaman finishing the race. Matthias, Rick, Underboss, Wout. Franchise, Obasi and Frenzy all DNF'd. So that is the stream for today in Belgium. We will be back next week for round number 11 of the OSRL with a new Constructors Championship leader, as we're headed to Japan, to Suzuka.
What a race.
Simon, what are your thoughts on Suzuka next week?
It's gonna be very exciting. I thought it's you could say a very similar track to Belgium. A lot of very high-speed corners, difficult corners, and of course there are a lot of. If you do slightly go wide, you will be in the gravel. So it's gonna be very, very tough for the drivers. The drivers, of course, with the most skill will probably go very high up the standings, or the of course first, second, and third, etc. I'm looking forward to it. I'm gassed for it.
I'm also looking forward to it, and until then, we will be back next week for the Japanese Grand Prix of the OSRL. Until then, have a great week, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye.